Hello everyone. Today I would like to walk you through the selected highlights of the Designer 2026.2 version. My name is Peter Leitner. I am Senior Product Engineer at Hexagon. Beside feature development, a significant part of the development effort has been investigated in quality improvement, testing and architectural modernization, ensuring a more robust and reliable system for our users. Let's start with the improvements to the new holes command, focusing on annotation. In this release, we significantly enhanced how holes information is communicated to both 2D and 3D environment. Users can now create annotations directly using text leader and node commands. You can independently control details and modify details. We use industrial standard symbols and you can add additional text to it. Let's take a closer look directly in Designer. We can create annotations with the text lead command, where we can see the detailed information of a hole, the diameter, the type of thread, the depth of the different types, and we can also annotate different options which we can use. The type of thread, for example, can be modified, and a couple of other options which can be added. For another hole, we used the search command to add the annotation directly. Again, what we can see here is this standardized symbols which we used, and in this case it's an inch kind of thread, and we can also directly see that this works fine. In this case it's a through hole that's indicated by the through, and the last hole which we used in this example has some additional tolerances. And what we can also see here is that we can directly select the annotations, which was not possible in the past, and we can simply modify what's shown again in the options of the annotation. What's also possible, as mentioned in the introduction, we can add additional text into the annotation, and you can see that this text is propped through the command. Exactly. This was shown for the 3D case. We can also use these annotations in a 2D drawing. Same possibilities as for the 3D way of working. We can again use this text lead command, and as you can see, it's the same way how annotations can be added to different types of holes and can be selected, modified, and the properties can be attached. Another important enhancement is in 1D shape recognition. In Designer 2026.2, we expanded the system to support I-beams and H-beams. We can automatically recognize them, we can add manual options, and we used it for set material from command as well. All the dimensions can be passed to the manufacturing pack XML. Let's jump directly into Designer again. what we can see here is a big assembly with a sub-assembly which consists of different I-beams and H-beams. We isolate the sub-assembly here and use the set 1D specification. Here we can find the dimensions of I-beams or H-beams. Now it's selected and we can automatically find the dimensions of the used beams in this sub-assembly. We can also use this to filter inside an assembly or a group of bodies only the H-beams or the I-beams which are used there, and over the properties again we can find the dimensions of individual I or H beam. Let's move to sheet metal incisions. A common manufacturing challenge occurs when holes are placed too close to the bend zone, causing deformation during the bend. To address this, we introduced a new bend incision command. This allows users to create relief cuts around a hole, ensuring the final geometry remains accurate after bending. The system can automatically determine the required incision size and direction based on geometry and bend conditions. Users can also fine-tune the results using parameters such as thickness ratio. This leads to more reliable designs and reduces the need of manual adjustment downstream. The new command can be found in the Preparation tab. By simply selecting a hole, the incision is generated automatically based upon the diameter or the selected edges of a hole. It can be easily adapted with the moving cursor here, and it can take multiple edges into account. As you can see here, selecting multiple edges generates a different incision. We can also simply take points or select the point where an incision should be placed. And we can change the thickness ratio in the command itself. By unfolding the part, we can see how the incision is looking like when it's unfolded and when it's folded. Again, we want to unfold it and we can add the incision in the folded and in the unfolded stage. A major usability improvement in this release is the redesigned right-click context menu. Previously, users were presented with multiple competing menus, which created confusion and inconsistency. In 2026.2, this has been unified into a single, modern interface, providing a clear and more intuitive experience. The new menu offers simplified options, including improved selection tools. It is also supports interaction directly within the command, allowing users to redefine selections without leaving the workflow. Overall, this reduces friction in the daily work, and improves efficiency across many common operations. Finally, let's look at the new floating tile interface. This is part of a broader transition to a more modern user interface. Key elements such as structure tree and command panels are now displayed as a floating tile instead of a docked structure. This provides more space for the graphic area and creates a clearer and more flexible workspace. The tiles are managed by a layout system that automatically adjusts their visibility and positioning based on the screen size and on the active command. Less important elements are temporarily hidden when needed, ensuring that users can focus on their actual task. This lays a strong fundament for the future UI improvements and delivers more consistent, modern user experience. Thank you for joining me to explore the updates in Designer 2026.2. This release introduces key improvements to streamline workflows, enhance precision, and better support your evolving needs. Your feedback drives our continuous improvement. If you have questions or want to learn more, feel free to reach out. We look forward to supporting you in your success with Designer.